So, after minor inconvenience, I am all healed up. And while I do kind of need to restock on items, I figured while we are here in Cidark Isles already, and I have everything set up to record, why not record a little more Cidark Isles? Greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K. Welcome for some more Pokémon XG Next Gen. You all know what happened last time. Let's see what's gonna happen this time. It's been a while, boy. Do you remember me? Do you recall this? I helped you and got to import. There's no need for thanks. I was merely punishing a fool that used a shadow Pokemon in public. At the time, we didn't want the world to know what we, Cypher, were planning. Back then, I thought you were just an ordinary child. Little did I suspect that you would become Cypher's biggest and most damaging threat. That's enough talk. You have the skills and withal to reach the Dark Isles. Let me see your abilities in full glory. I mean, I went in and knew it was a boss fight, but I still don't feel properly prepared for a boss fight. Oh cool, you have an all-electric team. And as Zapdos is definitely going to be a shadow Pokemon. Well, I had half the right know-how to keep Ellie out and start with the earthquakes. Slight bit of a shame that I couldn't save this for a point post Zapdos snagged. Well, let's be fair. Tailwind Swift is not surviving this turn. Might as well get the speed boost while we can. And I guess if both our Pokemon, my partner and his Pokemon, are immune to flying, this should do full damage to Mandrick, which would be nice. Let's go for it. You know, half the hope was with this new controller, it wouldn't be nearly as clicky as the previous controller. I'm kind of wondering about that now. Because I'm pretty sure I heard a pretty loud click right then and there. Also, yeah, I guess you're not a full electric team after all. You just had a semi-misleading lead. Ooh, that did a lot. I know you're a legendary bird, but I was kind of hoping that my item would help me out a little bit more than it actually did. Ah well. No, it's a shadow Pokemon, so it's not going to do like Drill Peck or anything. My best hope is to just get you to sleep early on and not have to worry about you for the rest of the battle. We can go for a Rock Slide, but why not? Let's go for it. If I'm faster than the Whale Lord, I might even flinch it. Moment of truth. Little to no damage. That's fine. This is more for the decent chip damage against the Zapdos. Not as much damage as I was hoping, but at least this is a range we can work around. Shoutouts for not having Water Spout and leading off with it. Unfortunately, that was still more than too much for Ellie. It's a shame because I was really hoping to Earthquake that electric. Also, thanks for scouting that Wiki Berry for me, Funland. I guess with rain, could get a boost of water, but it doesn't do too much good with everything else here. Well, and one thing I'm kind of curious about, does the Zapdos have Lightning Rod? Because I don't recall Zapdos typically having Lightning Rod. Yet, this feels like a team that would be working around with Lightning Rod. It's a gut feeling I got. Well, if I would hammer the Whale Lord, I'll probably knock myself out in the process. But I don't think he'll do too much damage to Zapdos. I mean, we're trying to chip it down to catch it, so... You know, I guess we won't know for sure if it has Lightning Rod until we try. Nope. Maybe the Manectric does, but... That's not a thing for here nor now. Okay, it's a bit of chip, but it is chip. Nice. That could actually work in my favor. I'm still a little too scared to go for another wood hammer, even if that would be work to my favor at this point. There's just too many factors that could go wrong. I guess I gotta put it to sleep first, either way. I mean, I guess I should try it. Yeah, I kinda figured the berry got just out of range from healing. It's a good thing that that Zapdos needs glasses about as much as I need to rest my voice or something. Okay. Feeling good. I just gotta figure out a way to do a little more damage to Zapdos without knocking it out. Cause that hurts. I wonder if a Drain Punch would be enough to knock out Wailord. I could... Maybe I'll just go for Wood Hammer to be on the safe side, cause any recoil damage I take, I'll just heal off. Then there's like Hyper Voice. You know, I need to whittle it down slowly. It should be okay. But I swear, if... Wrong move. If this knocks out the Zapdos, there will be salt to have. It'll be enough to spice up dinner tonight. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. The question is, where do we go from here? I would focus on catching the Zapdos, but there's still other Pokemon to fight in the process. Well, at least I don't have to worry about Thunder anymore. Intimidate sucks a little, but yeah, I can't even use the excuse of, well, maybe I'll wear down the Zapdos at this point. Speaking of wearing things down, why not put you to sleep? You can't really do too much right now anyways. I don't think enough time has passed for the Timer Ball quite yet. So I'll stick to an Ultra Ball for now, and go from there. I haven't really needed to resort to Shade Balls yet, so if I can catch the other legendary birds without resorting to such lengths, I will do so. I only got 9 of them. Ooh, that's right. Bit of a shame I don't have more options for things Con Generator can do, because the AI just seems content just trying to boost me up. Yeah, I'm not gonna let that boost go to waste, even if this is probably the weakest thing I could possibly do. It's still something. So, can we at least get luck with getting the Zapdos? 1, a 2, a 3... I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to actually catch it in the Ultra Ball. God, this almost feels too easy. But I guess it's better than the alternative of everything coming down to RNG and being a complete nightmare. Right, so Reflect is gone. I would go for Thunderbolt, but I have a sneaking suspicion that you have Lightning Rod. Oh. I could Wood Hammer, but I don't feel too good leaving my Fighting Tape out against the Metagross. I guess, well, you can hang out in the back just in case there's another Shadow Pokemon. And oh man, I want to try it though, because Lightning Rod boosted, it would still be a lot of damage. Well, I didn't even think about, what if it has Earthquake? I mean, yes, Metagross can get Earthquake, but if there's no way it would use Earthquake when with this partner out here unable to protect itself. right? Man, if I knew for sure... Oh, it has Intimidate, of course. I saw the animation for Intimidate like twice in this battle. Okay, this is free. I mean, it's a Metagross, so I don't expect it to knock it out, but... nothing else, it'll be in perfect Heat Wave range after all this. Like a charm. Minertic is awake. The fool is still trying to Volt Switch out here, even though he saw what happened last time. Man, we might not even need a Heat Wave. Okay, I am really underestimating Metagross's abilities. Ah well. Thing is, now we can go for the Heat Wave. And, you know, I think I'm just gonna go for Hyper Voice, cause... especially if I just recommend that trick. Man, you're gonna be your entire team's downfall, my friend. Man. That wasn't a lot to Metagross, but it was resisted, so that's to be expected. Oh, more importantly though, now all the damage is being focused on Metagross. It ain't surviving this. What I meant to say is that it ain't surviving the next turn of hits. Oof, oh my god. I can't let these boosts go to waste. I gotta be... it might actually be worth... healing up Jolteon. I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. That was not on my bingo card. Let's go for Heat Wave just to... well, it's gonna do Diddly Squat too. If I knew for sure that Metagross would faint to Hyper Voice at this range, I think it's worth the risk. How many potions I have left? Oh, I haven't even touched my max potions yet. But I only have 163 HP. This will be enough. Bit of a gamble, but I'm not gonna let all those power boosts go in vain. Oh, maybe I should be a little more careful. Who you gonna... well, the animation played, it's gonna be Jolteon. Well, that's fine. That's a nice chip damage to the very least. Do I get a priority on anyone just so we can stop dealing with this thing? Oh, what am I thinking? It's a Shadow Pokemon. I should have sent out Funlin. That's fine. There'll be time to bring Funlin out later, once I get rid of all the scary competition, or get rid of all the other scary Pokemon still on the field. Right. I was thinking I'm just gonna go for Dark Pulse, just so I don't have to deal with missing. Ice Punch will be neutral, but will it be too strong? It's Kingdra. It should be fine. More importantly, if I get a Freeze, that would be even better. Here's the moment of truth. I mean, what am I hyping this up for? Of course it's gonna knock it out. It's weak to it, it barely has any health. It was an inevitability. Shadow Burst is gonna hurt. Especially if it crits and ignores its own special attack boost. I guess it's kinda nice I didn't send out Funlin. This is a little bit more down to the wire than I was planning. Okay, yeah, this is just a problem altogether. You're a Shadow Pokemon too. Okay. Definitely need to revive someone. And just how do I get some damage in without accidentally knocking someone out though? I mean, Heat Wave won't knock anyone out, but it won't really be worth a turn either. Kingdra might not be too bad. I might be able to just catch it, but we're water, so yeah, let's go for Swimmer Speed. Oh, what am I saying? They're Shadow Pokemon. I should have gone for Ellie, because Ellie has the can wall. I mean, if I really need more Pokemon, I could just revive Ellie next time. This will probably be the last battle I do before I go back to stock up on items anyways, so I gotta resist my urge to be stingy. Because if I can get both of you asleep, that'll make things a lot more manageable. There's Shadow Wave. Yep. The sooner I get someone out here that can wide guard, the better. I mean, I could let... I was gonna say maybe I could just let the Lantern do the whittling down for me, but I don't think it's worth. Let's catch you and get you out of here. I never really paid close attention to the catch rate of a Kingdra, because when are you ever catching Kingdra in the wild anyways? Surely it's easier than the legendary Pokemon to catch though. Case in point. So it's just us and the Lantern. Which, assuming it goes for Shadow Wave, which of course it doesn't, we could be good. The nice part is I don't think I have to revive anyone else. We get the Lantern to sleep, and we're good to go. So... oh, I don't even have to use a Hyper Potion. We can get the novelty of using our last item by using a Moo Milk instead. It's kind of interesting. These battles are actually kind of pushing the power points on Spore. Never thought I'd see the day when I was worried about running out of Spore power points. It's kind of funny, I've been using a Breloom quite a bit lately in the older gens. Because I call it Shining Shroomish, and I've been trying to get a bunch of ribbons for it before I transfer it all the way to from Omega Ruby to home. Let me pick out my move first. As I was saying, I'm not getting every ribbon that I can because I kind of goofed up and forgot that once it goes from a Generation 6 game to a Generation 7 or whatever gens between X and Y and Sun and Moon there are, like it can go to Sun and Moon but it can't go back. So I didn't get any contest ribbons or the Battle of Chateau or whatever, but I wasn't planning on getting every contest ribbon anyways, so that's not too much of a loss. Instead, it just makes me push to get every ribbon that I could from the battle tree. Maybe more time earlier. Give me a sec. So, Gyarados realizes a mistake. It's all out of his hands. Good, I would say good for you for not abandoning your dreams. But again, he is kind of the bad guy, so we shouldn't exactly encourage him to do bad things. Not that it matters, probably on deaf ears anyways. Alright, that battle definitely took a bit, so I would end things off here, but I know we can at least progress the plot a little more without getting into another battle. Slight spoilers. I mean, they give us a healing machine and everything. Surely we're not that scot-free. Oh, now this is a surprise. You managed to defeat Gyarados. Of course. You have also been so many of my followers. Perhaps it is no surprise that you won. I must say, I haven't been this excited in a long time. I do have an appreciation for the strong you see. However, I can't allow your interference in my Shadow Pokemon plan. It's nearing completion. So for the time being, I think I will have you securely out of the way, right where you are now. Oh no, it's reinforced glass. It appears impossible to go any further. Well, so much for being the syndicate of Cypher and saving the world. Look, turns out all it really takes, it doesn't matter, you don't need super powerful Pokemon. You don't need an army of minions. All you need is a single glass wall. I mean, they are dealing with a child. Makes sense that you wouldn't. Makes sense that glass would outpower even the most powerful Pokemon. Hey everyone, it's Jackie K from the distant future. I was editing this video and kind of realized that it's kind of short. Even a little too short for my liking. So I decided to pad out the video by taking care of some purification now. If you're curious, this is being recorded, not this part, but after the next part. So it's a little bit distant in the future, but I'm not going to be spoiling any Shadow Pokemon that we haven't seen yet, so it's fine. It saves us some time of worrying about doing this a bit later on, but it's been a bit since we had I guess live, but not live. Oh, Moonblast. Surprisingly fitting, yet surprising for a Jinx. Wow. Can you tell I haven't warmed up? Which is weird because I did some short recordings before this, but I guess there was too much of a time frame between then and now. I'm pretty well set on the final team. We've seen them all already. Though, with a bunch of the new Shadow Pokemon that we got, I am tempted to have them at least temporarily on the team, because there's so many Shadow Pokemon to play around with. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But I had to think it for a sec, because it's not even part flying in this game. But I guess that's good for coverage if nothing else. Oh, and Boom Burst. Actually good in this game. I'm so used to Pokemon Go where it's completely useless, yet put on every Pokemon that can learn it. I completely forgot to even use that Altaria at all. So even the level up was a little bit of a surprise. Yeah, not sure if I got a chance to say it, but it's been a bit since the last purification session, and honestly it kinda didn't go too well with all the recording Humble Bumble and the complete utter mess it was, so it's nice to have, hopefully, a good, just chill and check out the purifications. And less that we have to worry about when we do eventually get out of here. Expecting Crabhammer. It might have already got that, but Liquidation's good too. I'll be honest, I completely forgot that Ice Hammer was a move, but yeah, Crabbominal or someone probably gets it. Wait, now I gotta check on you later. Do you already have Crabhammer? Because that's such an iconic move for anything with any Crustration, field, or vibe to it. And I think it is as strong, if not slightly stronger than Liquidation. Anyways, I really want to see what's up with this Whale Lord. Body Slam. We already got, like, Water Spout. Double Edge. I was gonna say, like, with the way the Shadow variant was going, I would be surprised if it didn't get Rest or something, but Slack Off is even better. Probably right on the line of Pokemon that I would think would be fitting of Slack Off, but it fits the theme that it had well with the Shadow Pokemon, so... And technically anything can slack off if it's lazy enough. Yeah, the irony. Whale Lord getting Slack Off before Snorlax, even if it isn't a mod. And there, as I probably mentioned a few times, like, I do watch a variety of videos that I'm not from channels I'm not subscribed to, just to kill the time at work from time to time, and I probably shouldn't because I keep always regretting it when I do. I use the word regret in quotes. Maybe I'll get around to it. Oh, water spout on Mantine. I did not see that coming. But yeah, it's a weird thing. Like, it depends on who I watch, but I feel very anti-competitive when it comes to Pokemon. Yeah, there's all these content creators from the competitive scene making videos, and they are Pokemon, so it's just remotely enough to my interest to kill the time at work. And I bring all that up because I recently remember watching a video tying to moves that Pokemon should totally have that would make them much more relevant. Jeez, you're just giving everyone Water Spout now, aren't you? Water Spout and Yawn is a weird combination for a Blastoise, but not a bad combination, just weird. Yeah. That's where I only bring all that up because that's where I got the idea of frickin' Snorlax. A move not having Slack Off. A move pretty much made for a Pokemon like Snorlax. Not getting it. Dang, I get the feeling with the way this mod goes, if Snorlax was in this game, it would have access to Slack Off. That's just the way that's the general vibe I get from the modder based on what I've played. Speaking of weird but interesting choices, Leer. I think Dragon Dance is something that I can normally get, but Leer kind of caught me off guard. It's definitely fitting, but still. Not exactly the first thing. Not something that I would expect from an offensive powerhouse. That I kind of ponder would be too frail to really make use of a debuffing move like Glare. Like, this is a Pokemon I think would get more use out of Leer, or I mean Glare. And kind of hoping that I call it. Moonblast is also interesting. Like, is this a game where my look is part fairy? Because, like, with all... They freaking change Sceptile to being a part dragon type. If this game can do that, it can make my look a fairy. And I think, like, out of all the changes that most people in the Pokemon community would consider more fitting of the Pokemon, that I would consider less fitting of Pokemon, my Alola being part fairy type is not one of those. It is one thing that, if it were to be changed, I would actually agree with. It's not exactly the most fairy-like thing that I can think of, but, like, it's mythical enough at least that I wouldn't complain that it was fairy. It's more appropriate than, like, a Flygon being bug dragon sort of ordeal. And I know most people... I say that with an emphasis on my personal opinion, because I know... I can see with the big goggly eyes, and the origins of the Pokemon, how most people would see as a bug. But there's so much desert emphasis on Flygon that I cannot see Flygon as anything than a ground dragon, even though it means that it has to compete with Garchomp and will definitely lose every single time because it's competing with freaking Garchomp. Anyways, I didn't even pay attention to what the Marowak got. I'm just more interested in the thick club that it has, so I can give it to Swiper. Let me go get another set of Shadow Pokemon. You're pure water. That's fine. Yeah, I wish I could just withdraw items from the PC, but you can't have it all, I suppose. Hold on, wasn't there a Shadow Pokemon that I wanted to... Yeah, I wanted to see if Kron already had Crabhammer. No. I guess it's not big of a deal. I'm sure, like, I could teach it from... I'm sure I could get from, like, the move relearner or something, but it feels like Crabhammer is just something that you gotta have if you're a crab Pokemon. And I think it's stronger than Liquidation. I'd have to double check that though. Alright, time for the rest of them. Which is good because as I was setting up the next set of Shadow Pokemon, I noticed there was a lot of audio skips. Like the one that just happened when I audio skipped with my mind and my throat. It's almost subconscious at this point, and I don't know if it's a subconscious thing of trying to give myself more opportunity to edit it out, or an oh my god it happened again sort of subconscious freak out. Oh shoot, we got a whole caboodle of moves with this freaking Shuckle. Leech Seed I'm pretty sure is new, but considering Shuckle being Shuckle, I'm totally okay with it, because it's probably the only way to make it work. Just to have it have all the stall moves that you could possibly give it. Gotta make use of that high defense, but terrible HP somehow. You know, I'm surprised that it doesn't have Trick Room. Which one of our Pokemon do have Trick Room? Because surely that's implemented in this mod somehow. It's kind of weird. It's just from what I've seen, Trick Room is just an iconic thing of modern generations these days. But I can't recall a single Pokemon or scenario throughout this adventure where Trick Room was really a thing that I had to worry about or had access to. So maybe they couldn't program Trick Room and it wasn't a thing that was actually in the game. Now I got myself curious and wanting to check on my own time. Alright, let's see what's up with Hitmonchan. Didn't we get Hitmonlee too? Or am I just assuming things? It's also likely possible that it's... Oh! I was not expecting that. Sucker Punch. Disable. Wow. This Hitmonchan has a really interesting moveset. I don't know if it's a good moveset, but definitely enough to catch my eye. Yeah, again, I'm really solid with the Purification team that we have. I'm actually semi-disappointed that Flygon doesn't have Levitate. I'm sure the moves, or I'm sure the abilities that it does have are better. But I wasn't planning on running Sand on this team in the first place. Oh! Sword Stance, Lunge, Iron Tail. I mean, XG doesn't lie. XG does all it can to make the Purify Pokemon just as interesting as their Shadow counterparts, if not more so. I was gonna say, I don't even know if I got time to really start up anything because I only got 2 more Shadow Pokemon to actually get. And yeah, I still have more Shadow Pokemon, but at time of recording, they still have a ways to go before they're ready to be purified. Oh. What else you got? Skill swap. And I kind of wonder, man, if nothing else, this game certainly has a lot of replayability. I was gonna say, shoot. Yeah, I had something important I want. That's right. Even though I haven't purified or gotten the Shadow gauge down on every Shadow Pokemon we've gotten up to this point, that's fine because as I'm recording this, I'm just about to go on a little break from Dark Isles, and I'm sure all the roaming we're gonna do on our way to re-snagging Shadow Pokemon we missed, and maybe some Mount Battle depending on how ambitious I am about grinding. There'll be definitely enough opportunities to purify the rest of the Shadow Pokemon that we've gotten up to this point. That's all we got, but I kind of want to double check them real quick because it feels like I glanced over the moves for some of them. I gotta check the rest of our Pokemon, because have we really not got a single Shadow Snorlax throughout the course of the adventure? I gotta be a little careful, because I'm a little ahead and I don't want to spoil any Shadow Pokemon that aren't technically canon yet to the series. I think I'm safe to go one box ahead though. No Snorlax. Ah well. That seems like such an obvious pick for this game, but they're probably saving it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're saving it for the end, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they just left it out because Snorlax is already pretty prominent in the original XD. I'm kind of leaning towards the prior though. Yeah, this set I'm kind of interested in looking a little bit closer at with. Skill swap, and what's your ability? Filter. I guess there's potential to play around with that. It's not like you're gonna give it a completely useless ability just to make use out Trick Room. Well, if you want to actually use a Mr. Mime. And I can see some fun shenanigans being had. Skill swapping that filter to your partner. Good rolls. Sheer force. Ah! Yeah, this is interesting because I see what this set's going for. Boosting the attack, all these get an attack boost. I kind of like to see some of these secondary effects though. Both of this is pretty weak as is, so I don't mind getting a sheer force boost instead, but like Iron Tail being as inaccurate as it is, I kind of would rather have the secondary effect in the power. And Lunge, I just like the concept of Lunge in general. Maybe it's just all the Pokemon Go competitive stuff I've seen that's got me so gravitated towards Lunge, but it seems like lowering attack every single time would be a real good secondary effect. And you do a decent amount of damage. Oh, I mean, it's a sheer force Pokemon. You want to give it the moves that benefit the ability, so I get that. Oh! Well, it's kind of unfortunate that they buffed able to actually be 100% accurate in this game, but I mean, it's worth. The ability's worth it just for Dynamic Punch alone. Dang. This Hitmonchan really is cooking. Oh, and you have Storm Drain? I guess I'm just gonna go through the abilities of each one of them now. Oh, and Glare is 100% accurate in this? That feels kind of busted. Because not even Thunder Wave is 100% accurate anymore. Let's see. Okay, I guess this is a moveset. U-turn, because with how slow it is, you can make it a good pivot. Foul play is probably the only way you're going to get real damage, so approve of that. I don't think Shuckle can normally get that. I'm not sure if it's a little too busted for it to have that. But it's fine. It's not like a Shuckle would do anything normally. It'd just be a wall and Toxic Stall. So Foul Play's a little weird, but it's not like it's gonna break the game. That's my own. I gotta stop somehow. I gotta stop somewhere. Freaking 20 minutes extra on a video is not my intent. But we had a lot of Shadow Pokemon Purify, and I might as well take care of it now. Alright, back to the outro. Right, now, I think it's a good time to end off the episode, even if it's a little short. I am kind of hurting on healing items, and while my Pokeball supply isn't that terrible, it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit more and be on the safe side. So, in between parts, probably stock up on some things. Maybe, depending on how I'm feeling, we'll even do a little Mount Battle. And maybe by the time we're done with all that, the glass will just magically go away and we'll be able to progress forward. Or we could check out this elevator that's over here. I'm sure it's another way we can go, so maybe that will allow us to bypass security somehow. Just a hunch. Anyways, regardless of what happens next, I hope to see you all next time. Take care.